Welcome to the Museum of Lead Mining, Wanlockhead, and our 50th anniversary in 2024. Mining the Library brings you readings from our historic miner subscription library established for a mutual improvement by the miners themselves in 1756. The library has national significance and is part of a unique group with neighbouring Lead Hills and Westerkirk. There are more than 2,500 volumes in our library. The oldest, printed is in 1615, is Gouget's The Whole Armour of God. There are books on travel, literature, history and science, books by and about women, and a whole series of periodicals, keeping readers up to date with current research, news and opinions. From this remarkable library we have mined 5 books. Our readers will introduce each one.
Hello, my name is Anne Buddle and I'm one of the trustees of the Wanlockhead Museum Trust. I'm reading from Letters Writ by a Turkish Spy who lived 45 years undiscovered in Paris, published in Paris in 1748. The letters were originally published in 8 volumes between 1684 and 1694. But Mahmut the Turkish Spy and his 644 letters are actually all fiction, invented by an Italian from Genoa, Giovanni Paolo Marana, a political refugee at the court of Louis XIV in Paris. Marana died in 1693. The letters, full of politics, society, religion and gossip, became hugely popular. In just over 100 years, by 1801, there had been 15 reprints of all 8 volumes. Here are the Turkish Spy's opening words. I have at length finished my journey after 140 days' march, arriving at Paris the 4th of this present moon, according to the Christian style. I made no stay in Hungary, yet sojourned 41 days at Vienna, where I observed all the motions of that court, according as I was ordered, of which I shall not now speak, having given a full account to the ever-invincible Vizier Azem. Being but newly arrived, I scarce know anybody, and am as little known myself. I have suffered my hair to grow a little below my ears, and as to my lodging, 'tis in the house of an old Fleming, where my room is so small that jealousy itself can scarce enter. And because I will have no enemy near me, I will therefore admit of no servant. Being of low stature, of an ill-favoured countenance, ill-shaped, and by nature not given to talkativeness, I shall the better conceal myself. Instead of my name, Mahmut the Arabian, I have taken on me that of Titus the Moldavian, and with the little Cossack of black serge, which is the habit I have chosen, I make 2 figures, being in heart what I ought to be, but outwardly and in appearance what I never intend. Krakow at Vienna furnishes me with bread and water, supplying me with just enough to live, and I desire no more. The eggs here are dearer than the pullets with you. It is to him that I will address my letters. I have a dispensation from the Mufti for lying and false oaths, which I shall be obliged to make. Yet I have still some qualm on my mind. However, our sovereign must be served, and I can commit no sin as long as this is my Rome and my end. It will be hard for me to mention anything considerable of a city which is not to be viewed in one day, I having been there but 7. 'Tis peopled like the borders of the sea with sand, the inhabitants lodging to the very cocklofts, and houses are built on the bridges. This great city is divided by a river, and both parts of it are joined by a great bridge of stone, well built and very stately. In the midst of it is seen an horse of brass with a statue of Henry IV, which bestrides it. Its whole heroic actions have justly surnamed him the Great, and he seems still to command this capital of the kingdom. The king's palace is an ancient building, yet retains a certain majesty, which denotes the grandeur of its master. Within, it appears a desert, for the court is always abroad, or in the army. A churchman, termed in Rome a cardinal, is the principal minister of state. His name is Cardinal of Richelieu. He's seemed a great politician, a man of wit and action, and every way fitted for the place he holds. I go into the churches as a Christian, and when I seem attentive to their mysteries, I hold our sacred Al Quran in my hands, addressing my prayers to our holy prophet. And thus behaving myself, I give no offence. I avoid disputes, mind my own concerns, and do nothing which may endanger my salvation. I am in this place like a man lost in confusion, for this town seems rather a province than a city. All is hurry and noise, everybody rushing about after action. The men, for the most part, are for martial exploits, either at sea or land. And as to the women, they are not idle, employing themselves, as becomes them, either in shops or kitchens. Yet they take more care to show themselves than ours do to hide themselves. Do thou be careful of thy health, for I shall never be miserable, having thee to my friend. Paris, 25th of the 10th moon of the year 1637. Thank you for listening.
We hope you have enjoyed mining the library with us. You can visit the library as part of our museum tour. Book your tickets online at www.leadminingmuseum.co.uk or at reception when you arrive. To preserve our historic library, we are not able to allow free access, but anyone with a special research interest is welcome to contact us to discuss arrangements for access. Our contact is info@museumofleadmining.co.uk.